Who that Pokemon? Holy. I got Pokemon cards. Now, I'm not a huge Pokemon fan. That's a lie. I used to be when I was younger, but I wanted to get back into Pokemon cards, and obviously for my shorts that I posted, you guys like Pokemon cards. I don't really know why. So I decided I'd open some. This isn't going to be like the last long form video I made where I made my son, and I'm not going to be destroying no items or whatever, as well as, you know, it's, if I can, yeah, and then that thing right there is the next video I'm working on. That just, it was damaged, so I opened it. But we're going to start off now by opening up this Pokemon Go box. Now, I was surprised. I went to a Walmart recently, and this thing was just, it was sat on the shelf. It was just sat there. And I was like, excuse me? I thought this was a set that was, like, not in production anymore. So I think they're just getting rid of their old stock. Possibly, maybe. I don't know how Walmart goes. I never really worked retail in my life. I worked at a lumber yard for a bit, which, you know, that's not really retail. Get that out of here. So I saw this, you know, we got 9 booster packs in here. Pokemon Go. I don't know if this is going to be super popular because it's obviously it's an old set, but I decided I'd open it anyway just to pad out the runtime a little bit. Because why? How do you open this box without like? Oh my gosh! It has a ball. Oh, okay. So here are all of the packs. It comes with 9 packs, and then I'm gonna put these packs over here. A little Pokeball. I guess that's it. Throw this ball to the side. It's got Pokemon Go stuff and the codes on the back. Okay, all codes must be redeemed. So yeah, you got. I'm sorry. You can't use any of that. My bad. My bad for not, you know, having this channel exist. You can, I believe, use codes for these cards though. So, start this off, we got the Dragonite V, and, oh, Dragonite V-Star. There's the code for that, if you want that. Just, I'm trying to fill out the background a little bit, stuff from videos. So obviously I have my son, I have this guy. He was probably gonna get swapped out when I actually get to recording that final video. I'm still waiting on the rest of the packages so that I can actually do that. But, you know, we got the V and the V-Star. I'll leave the V-Star back there for now. All right, Pokemon Go. I don't really know the best card from this set, or like what everyone wants from it. I think it's a Mewtwo, possibly. I also don't remember the card trick, so I apologize if I get this wrong. I believe it's got to be like 1, 2, 3, right?
Huh?
What the? Okay. And then the V-Star card? We'll see, we'll see. So we got Lure Module, Charmeleon, Pupitar, Onyx, Eevee, Numel, Eradicate, Tranquil, Alolan Eradicate, and then Snorlax. Hollow. That's not bad. You know what? Okay, so I was right. It is 3 to the front. And then, yeah. That's not bad. I'm hoping for One of the rainbow rares, even though they're not worth like a ton of money. I have just always wanted a rainbow rare. Even when I was a kid and I saw the rainbow rares and the sets coming out and stuff like that, even though I didn't really get Pokemon cards, I still wanted the rainbow rares because I thought they looked cool. Now, there you go, code card. And same thing, 1, 2, 3 to the front. And get rid of this card. Yes, so this is an energy, sometimes I guess a V-Star upgrade card or whatever. We got Blanche, sexy thing there, and then we got Ivysaur, Egg Incubator, Onyx, Bibarel, Slowpoke, Bidoof, Magikarp, another Bidoof, hollow, and then, ooh, holographic Charizard. That's not that bad. Not bad at all. I'm hoping I get at least something kind of cool from these packs. If not, I'm probably going to cry myself to sleep. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm not really... I forget what I was saying. My bad. But, this set came out 2022, I believe? Which is kind of nuts that I was able to find it on a Walmart shelf. It was just sitting there. And I was like, that's nuts. I'm going to pick that up because there's no way I'll find that ever again. And I did that without really knowing anything really about this set. So we got 1, 2, 3 to the front. I did that without knowing anything about the set. I just kind of wasted money. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Ooh, my sexy Candela. I love her. When I played Pokemon Go, I was a Team Valor. So, take that as you will. I know some of you are really, really adamant about teams and stuff like that. The artwork on these isn't that bad. It is kind of bad that they put that stupid Pokemon Go logo. I know they did that for a little bit with like different logos. If I go back through my old card collection, I can find a few. And then we got Blissey right there, kind of reverse holo, and then ooh, Conkeldurr V. That is not bad at all. It's nice and textured. That's quite nice. The one thing I will say about these cards, I understand why they're not super valuable. Because, obviously, the Vs and the V-Stars, they're based off of the Pokemon Go 3D models instead of, actual art. Which kind of sucks, I do admit. I prefer actual art to a 3D model. However, they're not that bad. The price will be on screen. Obviously, I don't have a photographic memory of Pokemon card prices, but that's the first real pull we've gotten, so I'll take it. I will take it. Oh, perfect. Let's open another pack. I don't know what's going on with me recently, but opening up Pokemon card packs are not as easy as it used to be. I remember they used to just tear and it was perfect. Now you have to really think. There's the code card. Now you have to really think to open them. And it's not really it's kind of annoying if I'm being honest with you. Fighting energy, fight these nuts. We got Xatu, Slowbro, Lunatone, Squirtle, Bibarel, Eevee, Peekaboo, Squirtle. Ooh! That's probably not worth a ton. However, that is awesome. A Radiant Venusaur. That is a shiny Venusaur. Oh my gosh, that is such an awesome card. And then on the end there, we got just a... I do not care. Okay. That is so cool. This is my first card that I've gotten that's had a shiny Pokemon on it. Well, that's a lie. I have the Mega Gyarados EX from, back when that was a thing. But that is so cool. Oh, I love that. That is awesome. I am officially happy. Oh, that's awesome. Even though that's not really, like, it's not going to be worth a lot, but like that's still super cool. All right, let's get to this other pack. That is, you know what? That is lighting my spirits. That is lighting my spirits. I think we're gonna get all of the good things going on. Like I honestly, we're gonna pull that chase card. We're gonna pull a rainbow rare. That is what we're gonna do. I know it. I know it. All right. I know we're pulling a rainbow rare. There is no doubt in my mind. This is the box where we pull a rainbow rare. Solrock, Lunar Module, Bibarel, Slowpoke, Bidoof, Magikarp. Oh, what the? Apom, Blastoise. Nice little Blastoise. I don't mind you. And okay. Sure. Okay, well, I got 2 now. That's kind of neat. Out of any Pokemon to really pull, of course, I pulled the one that I legitimately do not care about. Who is this guy even like? He is a basic. So I've never even heard of this Pokemon, to be completely honest with you. I like Pokemon. You know, I'm a fan. However, I don't know of every single Pokemon to exist, and with every single game coming out, releasing more and more Pokemon, I think there's like upwards of 1,000 now. I don't know. I know basically until like maybe Gen 3 or 4, and then I completely crash out. Like, I don't know anything else other than that. I thought that the Pokemon Go set only had Gen 1 Pokemon, but as I've been opening them, I've realized that that's really not the case. A little bit strange, but, you know, is what it is. Pokemon are Pokemon, you know, and that's the reason I bought this case in the first place, is I was like, I just want to open up Pokemon cards, man. I miss opening Pokemon cards when I was younger. And they've kind of just like gone crazy in price. And so I'm just like, any cards that I can get, I want to open them. It's just fun. It's gambling. You know, everyone likes a little gamble here and there. You know, it's not really that big of a thing. You know, Bidoof, reverse, and then, okay. You know, regular Melmetal, it is something. It's something. It is something. All right. I remember reading online that the pull rates for this set were not great, but I've basically pulled something of interest like every single pack. So I don't know if they're saying like the secret rares, the crazy cards are not really great pull rates. I got 3 packs left, so you know, maybe these ones will all be duds and they'll have absolutely nothing. But you know, pulling that Radiant Venusaur, genuinely, to me, that's worth the price of admission, as well as that Premier Ball deck holder. That's pretty cool. I do not mind that in the slightest. Get rid of the psychic energy, little purple balls. We got a rare candy. Camerupt, Blanche, Pikachu, Squirtle, Numel, Bulbasaur, Onix, and Camerupt. Reverse Hollow. Goes into a Venusaur Hollow. You can just get set down, because I do not give 2 flying Camerupts. Now, we got 2 more packs left. Hoping for that rainbow rare. I would love to get a Rainbow Rare of Candela. I believe that exists. Because I do have the full art of Candela. When the set was being released, I bought one box, and it was the Team Valor box, just so that I could get that full art Candela figure, because I thought that that was cool. But now I'm like, this is not... Oh, Meltan. That's kind of cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's not a bad card. I don't mind that. I know that, like, obviously holos are basically in every pack, but getting a Pikachu with a little hat on, that's kind of cute. I like that art. I like that art. That's nice. I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder. We're down to our last Pokemon Go pack, and then we get to the actual good stuff, the Black Bolt, White Flare packs, which I've only opened White Flare so far. I have not opened any Black Bolt. Yeah, bruh. Open the... I don't want to, like, mess the packs. I might... You know, if I had more disposable income, I would do, like... I've seen videos of people, like, opening packs and then, like, cutting a pack or something. And I would love to do that. That would be so cool. Got a water energy. But obviously, I don't really have the will or care to do that. Whatever. Okay, rare candy. Reverse holo. Regular Charizard. You know what? Out of all those Pokemon Go packs, you know, we got... we didn't get too unlucky. You know, I will say that is worth the price of admission alone. Getting a Radiant card, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. You know, it might not be the best, whatever. I'm happy with getting a Radiant card. And then, you know, obviously getting the VMAX. What I'm going to do is, because I like that Radiant card so much, that Radiant card is going to be sat up right there in the background. And it's going to be just watching us, watching our every move. You know, being our little... being our little sexy gremlin over there. Now we're going to move on to the main event that I know a lot of people are probably hoping for, is this Victini box. It's the newest set, Black Bolt, White Flare. I believe, isn't this the last set from Scarlet and Violet? Is this one? And oh my gosh, I believe it is the last set. Which is kind of cool. That, you know, I'm getting back into Pokemon during the last set of Scarlet and Violet, which is very, very unfortunate. I wasn't able to enjoy the whole Scarlet and Violet adventure, but I'm getting back at it with two of my most nostalgic legendaries, being Reshiram and whatever his name is. What is his name? Zekrom. So memorable, I forget them. But you know, we have the Victini Full Art Big Boy card. Price will be shown on screen. I don't know how to even keep these cards in good condition. All of my big cards that I've gotten since I was a kid, I basically just didn't care about and threw out. I think I should keep this one, but I don't know what to do with it. So that'll be put over here for now. If you guys have any suggestions for what to do with big cards, I would love to take them. Then we get that full art Victini, but actually small card version. Victini, you know, I'm not a big fan of Victini. I don't really know anything about her. I will admit, even though Zekrom and Reshiram are like my most nostalgic legendaries, because I was around when Black and White first were released and stuff like that, and I remember that time in the Pokemon universe and all that. I didn't play Black or White, Unfortunately, I know, kind of sucks. There's that regular Victini there. But I remember going to like McDonald's and getting the Zekrom toy. I loved it because like the tail would spin and it was so cool. It was cool. So I've already opened White Flare. I've already opened a few White Flare packs. So to be fair, I guess I'll open up a few Black Bolt packs because I think that's, that's fair. I've opened up 4 White Flare packs. I have an extra that I'm waiting to open at the end of the video with the Plants vs. Zombies little figures. But, it's not bad. Code card right there. And then I believe it is just one, right? Yeah, it's just one, which is the energy. I feel like, yeah, Venusaur is gonna get beaten and stuff like that, and I don't wanna harm Venusaur. I'll find a place for her. But for that point, but until I do, she will just be put down there. I don't know if it's a she or a he. I don't know how to tell Venusaur's genders apart, or I don't want to also assume Venusaur's gender. Got a Whirlipede and Dwebble. Oh, there's another one. I forgot about that. Superior EX. See, I love this art. This art is awesome. I don't like it when it's like a 3D model of a figure, which I guess that's to me why the Pokemon Go sets are not as sought after, is because all of the V's and all like the specialty cards are just 3D models, which like I understand why people wouldn't like. I completely do. I understand it. I know why people wouldn't like that, because personally, I don't really like that. It makes sense. So now we got this one. See, that one opened nice. That one just popped and let me get in at those cards. See, I like that. I like it. I like it. Make me feel. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Okay. We're back. My camera died. This pack that's in front of me, I didn't check it yet. I literally, once it died, I was like, wow, I haven't even checked any of the cards yet. I'm going to set that down. So this pack has not been checked yet. We're gonna continue now. We're going to continue now. I am shaking because that sucked. But we got all this. Kind of lost my energy. It did give me a lot of time to why? Oh, that's why. I was like, why is there like Pokeballs at the bottom of it? It's because I pulled it up too high. Swadloon with just a regular Pokeball look. Put that over there. Frillish. Reverse hollow action. Samurott. Fully. Oh, and then I didn't take the energy off the back. But that's what I got from that one. Samurott. It's not bad. Not bad. Not bad. I ain't got nothing to complain about. We're gonna leave the last Black Bolt to the end because obviously I've opened up 5 White Flare packets. Might as well open up the 6th, and then once I get done with the 6th one, we'll open up my 2nd ever Black Bolt, and we'll see what we get. We'll see what we get. So far, I don't think we've gotten any like real crazy pulls as of late. It's kind of just been, whatever. It's been a whatever kind of day, which obviously with Pokemon, it's, you're gonna have, you win some, you lose some, right? But it is what it is. Okay, and we got, that's a Master Ball. Master Ball D-Watt. That is a nice card. So, from my understanding, depending on the type of Pokeball on the holo, they can be expensive. Right? This is editing me here, and I just found out that this card does not have any price value online at all. The Japanese one does, and that's around like $4 or $5. The only one that I've been able to find of this exact card was like $15, which just doesn't seem right. So that's what I was able to find. That's why there was no price put on screen. There you go. I think so. That's still cool though. I honestly, when I collect Pokemon cards, I don't care about prices. I care about if the card looks cool or not. I don't really care if a card is expensive as long as the card is cool, right? And then right after that, wait. Okay, Master Ball, and then I guess just a regular. Okay, and then just a Hollow Verizon, the phone company. That's awesome. That's awesome. That Master Ball one is getting sleeved because I believe that the Master Ball ones are actually valuable. So I might not really keep this one. I might just sell it because honestly I don't really like how it looks. But if it is valuable, it's valuable. But now we have come back down to the final pack. The Black Bolt. Man, we better pull some. We better pull some, you know, end off with a bang. If we don't end off with a bang, I'm gonna make sure that it ends off with a bang, but the bang is gonna be from a gun, and the gun's gonna be to my head. Code card. And get rid of the grass energy, and then you flip it around, you go, there's Tranquil, there's Dwebble, there's whatever the hell, there's Fennel, what? Like funnel cake? What is, okay. Oh, that went slidey. And then we got Palpitoad. No, ooh! You know what? That is something. That is something. I'll take it. I will take it. That is something. Last card as well. Zekrom EX. You know what? For a last pack, you know, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for a last pack. Both of those are getting sleeved. That is awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. These are the big pulls of the day. I did put the Radiant back in my binder as my phone was charging so I could record this last bit. Oh, with that being said, if you guys enjoyed, if you guys want to see me open up more Pokemon cards and support my addiction, please let me know. If you guys have a set that you would want me to open, please let me know as well. I am planning on buying a few more White Flare and Black Bolt packs, especially, like, I believe they sell them separately on like sticker packs. I think I'm gonna stick with White Flare for a while, because obviously Reshiram is my favorite of the two legendaries, so I'm gonna stick with White Flare for a bit. But you know, if you guys have suggestions for me to open up anything else, you know, obviously video on the way with these guys. Of course, the only reason I opened him was because he's broken. But I have 19 more of those that I'm going to open. And at the end of that, I have another White Flare pack that I will open at the end. If you guys want to see that, please let me know. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Or if it is night, have a good sleep.